feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new here, I'm so happy to have you as my peers and subscribers. Welcome, my little astronauts. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the 2021 supply shortage and what that means for 2021 and beyond. So if you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, don't forget to like this video. It's going to help us, the channel, tremendously. So if you do have any questions, please put in the live chat. We will be taking a lot of questions today. Just in case you guys are aware. Hi, Rose. What's up, love? So let's begin. We have a lot to get through, but let's just let you guys know when this is being recorded. This is being live streamed on July 3rd, 2021 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here are some quick disclaimers. If you guys are interested in booking a meeting with me, you guys all know you can check the description below. And here are some disclaimers right now on your screen. Oh. And then there's going to be Easter egg messages at the end of today's video. And other than that, we're going to jump into this. So let's begin. Let me remove this thing off the screen so you have a nice clear picture. All right, so we do have some messages and things that are inside the chest. So try to use your intuition and figure out what is inside the chest. Oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Let's leave that here. Okay, perfect. All right, so Spirit Angels, tell me, what does it mean for 2021? What does it mean with the supply shortages that are coming? What do we need to know about this? And if you are new here, welcome. And for anybody who is interested, I will be going live again after this live to talk about and do the early July 4th special about the birth of America. So you guys should definitely hop on after this one is over. So I'm going to do it today instead of tomorrow. All right, so we have here as well. A lot of companies during the pandemic were trying to push, and they were confused about the supply and demand. It does feel like in some degree or some form, they're not quite understanding exactly what it is that consumers want to buy. And I don't think they were honestly thinking ahead. They were more so comparing the recession of the previous past to this one. But they don't realize here is that a lot of people are more willing to spend money during this pandemic than any other recession before that. We do have here the Page of Pentacles. The reason why there is that in most countries, not including the U.S., well, some parts of the U.S., a lot of countries and a lot of people are getting paid in terms of stimulus money and stimulus check. So they have a lot of money left over to spend on objects. Now they can't go to the movie theater. They can't do any of that. So they can't get some sort of entertainment. So they spend that money on more physical objects in some degree or some form. We do have here as well is that they didn't make the right decision. They thought they only had one choice, but they have more than plenty of different choices. And for the majority of COVID-19, the Chinese factories have remained open since the COVID-19 rates in China was very low. We have here as well, we have the Ace of Wands. We do have a production shortage in terms of them being able to manufacture that comes with wood. I do feel like there might be a tree shortage. This could be due to wildfires and stuff like that. We have here as well a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and it tells me here that this could be feminine product, tampon, pads, nail polish, anything that you will normally depend on. I do feel like there's going to be a shortage of that. Then we have here as well is that there are so many different things going on right now that they're not even prepared. They weren't prepared for the world to be open in 2021. They were expecting the world to be more shut down until they adopted to the ideology that we may not be open fully in this year. But again, you can't really expect them to know that. However, it did detrimentally damage the country. Because we have here a lot of people are not spending the money where they normally would be. And instead they're spending on things that they don't really necessarily need, like an object. They don't necessarily need a new iPhone. They're going to spend it on something that's like not really useful. And we have here as well, though, we also have the High Priestess. And so this is very interesting. It tells me here that a lot of people are Let me just give it. Let me give it a moment to kind of figure out what this is. What is the spirit? All right, they told me to shuffle one more card. What did this High Priestess mean? Okay, well, 3 cards came out. Okay, so they're all victory cards here. Right, so the meaning of the High Priestess here is that there is some sort of victory underway. And it comes with the process of maybe potentially there's a change in the way we do business. Maybe a change in the way we produce products. It does feel like there is some sort of victory heading our way, though. It might be a little bit of hardship. We do have the Ace of Swords that could be very damaging to Biden, at least temporarily, because we have Biden here. He's going to do something that's going to help the production. And when he does it, he's going to do phenomenally well. He's going to do phenomenally well. I think what he's going to do is he's going to use this advantage to help strengthen the Democratic hold in the Midwest, so like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Iowa, Illinois, and of course Minnesota and a little bit of Iowa. So it does feel like he may use it to his advantage to provide work and job to people in those areas. We do have here as well, though, the support for the Donald Trump presidency is waning around the time that Biden is able to use this to his advantage. Now, if Biden does not use this to his advantage, it will favor the Republican Party. So, again, I do feel like the 2021 supply shortage is going to play in the hands of the Democratic Party, and it's going to be like, oh my, achievement that they can champion. Hi, Seth. Hi, Julie. What's up, love? So let's see what else that we need to know about the supply shortage. Now, one thing I will say, though, and I have noticed, if you guys have not realized recently, my subscriber count has been going down. Not because my channel isn't doing well. Actually, there's been a lot of returning viewers. It's just that YouTube is, what's the best way to put it? Not showing or promoting my videos as much as they normally would with any other YouTube channel. So if you by liking and subscribing and, you know, sharing this video with others, we're able to reach a larger audience because I'm unable to do that with the YouTube platform. And I notice a lot of you guys are commenting, such as Thomas Dennis, and a lot of your comments are being removed through YouTube. So there's nothing I can really do in terms of trying to save your comment. Even though I try to, there's just not much I can do. Yeah, there's a supply on pet food. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah. What is causing this supply shortage? Let's get a nice look. Okay, well, that was quick. Okay, we have, let me just go through this first. Okay, so we have here is we have companies, it's kind of like capitalism. A lot of companies are holding and withholding money. I feel like instead of they laid more workers off instead of paying them more. They have a lot more money to be able to have more workers, be able to do more production, but that is not the main goal here. That was in the past. That was something that they've been doing in the past. We have here as well as now with COVID kind of almost over, we have here the judgment card in reverse. It does feel like in some degree, even though half the world might be out of production or unable to do anything, the other half will. And then when that half is busy in another wave, the other half is out of that wave. So it almost feels like it's going to be some sort of balance with terms of production. So every country is going to benefit from it. So we might find a globalizational world where half the world creates a certain production for a certain period of time, and then the other half does it. And this might be one of the methods or ways that they pursue this in terms of trying to lower the CO2 oxygen level in terms of global warming. We have here is the devil, which is kind of like my capitalism card. It's more about corruption and greed. We have here as well, we have the reverse 9 of pentacles. Nine of cups. And what this tells me here is that there are not a lot of people who are wishing for a lot of things. Right now, a lot of people are focusing on whether or not when the next meal is coming from. We have here as well, those we have the King of Swords. And this is actually quite interesting. I do feel like this is the American people, so to speak, that they're the ones that were gonna lead the way. And I don't know why this is, but when I was looking at it through the video, it looks like an alien thing. It looks like an alien astronaut. But it showed there might be some sort of advancement in terms of aerospace, in terms of airplanes. So there might be some sort of advancement potentially it's going to become either more expensive or it's going to become a lot cheaper. They may actually depend on airplane to deliver goods faster via than ships. We do have here as well, there is some sort of struggle. I do believe that there's some sort of struggle. It has necessarily not to do with the workers, more so, it may have to do with more of the workers, like people being able to, unload the docks and stuff like that, rather than people who are doing the production. The production and the product are being produced, they're just not being let out as fast as possible. Just like Amazon. Think about Amazon, right? Kind of think of it more like the USB during the election where they weren't able to get all the ballots out in time. We have here as well as we have the Queen Cup in reverse. And what this tells me is that there's something here that there's so much product because there's not a cap on it. There's not a cap on the product. There's too much production, not enough workers, and therefore it creates an overflow. You take a cup, you pour up the water to the top, and it starts overflowing. But the cup is the workers. But eventually, when there's too much product to handle, it starts to get backed up. And when things get backed up, they can be sitting there for months, even weeks, or even years. So I am seeing that here. All right, let me put this out here so I can kind of like move the cards a bit. Okay, maybe they don't work like this, but maybe the table's better without grass, but I kind of like the grass. The only issue. All right, so while you guys are waiting, I'm going to drink some water and I'm going to put on a nice ad. Have you ever wondered how you can get access or find my social media, my webpage, anything from my Patreon page, from my classes, to book a reading with me, whatever you want, and anything that you could possibly think of, including submitting questions? You would go onto my YouTube page, click on the most uploaded or most recent video. You'll click on any of these or the ones that are uploaded as most recent. You will go there. You will go to the description, as in this case. And you can either click on submit your question, video topic, or request here. You can find it there. Or you can go check out through my website and you can click on this, which is Linktree at Chris. You click on that and it will take you to my webpage where you can find numerous different links, or it could take you to many different things along with my classes that will be uploaded here as well on my Patreon page. You can book a reading with me. You can submit your question. You can find the most uploaded video. You can go on to my 2 other YouTube channels. You can make a generous donation if you would like, along with joining my Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter as well, of course, if you are interested. So this is how you can find my webpage. If you are interested, let me know in the comment section below what you do think. And I'll return you back to your content. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, so perfect. So welcome back. So if you guys see these little charts, it's the intuition charts. Kind of use your intuition to find out what color is in the chest, what other messages are in here, what objects, what color, anything. Is there a crystal in here, anything. What is inside the chest? So I'll give you a moment to kind of figure that out. Use your intuition, of course. Hi, Debbie. What's up, love? You're welcome, Debbie. I'm so happy. All right, so let's talk more about the shortage and see how long this is going to last. So Spirits and Angels, tell me, how long is this thing going to last? Okay, so I'm hearing from my right ear, that it's going to last about 1 year or more. At least 1 year is what I'm seeing from this. So the shortage is going to last 1 year or more. So it could be like decades, could even be so, but I'm only hearing 1 year, but plus more. So it could depend on some other situations as well. Let's get more information using my personal deck. Okay, a card just flipped. What card is that? Okay. Okay, what else do we need to know about this Spirit Angel? Tell me. Okay, so it tells me here that there's something changing and going on. And a lot of people are gonna end up being in a happy situation. I do feel like a lot of people are happy that they're not working as much. And I do feel like that's gonna help the morale of the country as a whole. However, there is a storm that's on the horizon. It hasn't happened yet. So I do feel like there might be another storm that might cause a downturn in terms of money or money supply. There could be potentially jobs or people being laid off due to not having enough workers, and therefore there's not enough workers, there's not enough buyers, and when there's not enough buyers, of course, people lose their job. So it feels like there is some looming economic crisis that are coming ahead us. Well, we already knew that, but just reading my intuition and not what the previous information I've received from other readings. It does feel as well, though, that there's not a lot of people that could have the money or the capacity to be able to spend more on goods that are normally cheaper. So, for example, a 2x8, a 2x4, normally around like $4 is now around $10. That's a difference of $6 more. That $6 can literally get you a nice apple at a store. And by apple, I mean not the Apple product, maybe a couple apples, like, crunch on it. We do have here underneath the happiness is that there is an awakening going on, right? We have here is that people's chakras, because they're not working as much, their chakras has become aligned. They have come in a position where they find themselves becoming whole. And I do feel like people are going to start to realize that. They are going to start to realize that. And that's what's going to be the downfall of capitalism. The downfall of capitalism is trying to make you work and not realize that you need to focus on you. And this pandemic is making people realize that there must be an equilibrium between the worker and themselves. And yes, there is a storm underway. It just hasn't happened yet. So yes, a storm is coming. And we have here under here as well is that this is the intelligent, right? The intelligent. I do feel like this is the financial knowledge and that you need to start educating yourself on certain things. I do feel like potentially if you are in school right now or you're going to school, the best thing that you can do with the, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a YouTuber. Take what you will and leave the rest behind. It does feel like if you want to buy something, pick up the book and read it instead of trying to spend your money in things that are unnecessary. For example, pick up a book, go to the library. If you cannot afford to buy the book, just go to the library every day and read that book. It's cheap, it's efficient, you're still getting the same knowledge. It's kind of like a little trial run, except you're not taking it out. We do have here as well that there's a crack coming. I do feel like there is a new revolution underway. And this is the infrastructure. The infrastructure, nature, global warming, and stuff like that. I do feel like there's something underway here that's going to play a major role in this. Potentially, there's a slowdown. By the time that this happens, COVID-19 will be something in the past or was just ended. Excuse me, that I just lied. I didn't lie, I just misspoke. We have here normally, this is my card for the virus being contained. You can see here the blue means glass. And this is like the wood. It's being blocked in by wood. It's reversed. It's telling me the virus is still going to be happening. So I apologize. I misspoke. We have here as well as the Arizona. I do feel like a lot of things are going to be extreme heat, which is also going to play a major role in this year. And some of it might not be non-natural disasters, so a lot of it might be man-made, which could be potentially just simple as, having a baby shower and having the gunpowder go onto the Earth, and it gets ignited by some sort of lightning storm or a fire that causes the widespread firestorm. So that is what I'm seeing for today. Since there is nobody asking questions, I'm just going to end the video here. But before we do, we're going to use a little intuition check and then give you some Easter egg messages. And then you can hop on to the next live, which is going to be about the birth of the United States, which will take place within right after this live ends. You can join me on that momentarily. So I'll give you a moment. If you need to pause the video now and you want this on replay, pause the video. But if you are watching this now and you got the color white, you are correct. If you got candle, you are correct. If you got silver, you are correct. You got a little tea tree light candle. You also have here, if you got a number, you are correct. If the number is 3, 6, you are right. But if you got the number 9, you are also correct as well. If you got a dice or a square or white and black, you are correct as well. So that is your message for today in terms of your intuition chart. So let's do some Easter egg messages. Let's see what you guys have messages do they have for you today. So let's see. Okay, so there's things. Tell me what message do you have for my viewers today? That's heavy. Okay, we're not going to do these two because it's too much, but that's it. All right, make sure I look cute. So here are different eggs that you have here. Now, there might be crystals in here. There might be whatever. I don't know because I done this like months ago and I have no idea what's in each egg. So we'll see. So take a moment if you need more time. You pause the video and just kind of see and listen to your intuition and feel what one you feel most drawn to. Okay. So while we're waiting, I am going to jump on to the next one. So we have here, if you got this nice purple or pinkish bluish egg, your message is, okay, so don't know what this one is. This feels like a cloudy quart, like a cloudy milky quart. I don't know if you can see that. Like a cloudy milky quart. You have that. You also have here as well, you have some, that's why it was heavy. You have here as well as you have, if you pick that thing, you have a Q. So apparently maybe you potentially reckon, maybe you like to follow QAnon conspiracies. Maybe it could mean that your name might be Quincy or, you know, a queen, whatever you identify, whatever that way may mean to you personally. You also have here as well, this is a bug. It kind of reminds this cheetah. It kind of could be like, you know, a firebug, a firefly, or, you know, any sort of insect. We have here a message for you. It's the sun, and you need to go out in the sun, and this is your mantra. Never, never give up. Miracles are underway, and you have a little stars to maybe potentially wish upon a star, maybe early in your life, and maybe you have wished for something, and it's going to come to fruition now. You also have here as well. I was taking questions, but I'm not anymore because I'm ending the video. We have here as well as we have imagine. So if you have chosen this, you need to imagine, maybe broaden your horizon in terms of intuition and manifest. Maybe write it in a journal with a crystal on top and kind of imagine what life will be like as if you already had that in your life already. Then of course we have here as well as we have the M. So maybe your name starts with an M, like Matthews, or some other name that starts with an M. We're gonna say like Nancy, but that's an N. So if you got this one, if you got picked the yellow one with a little bit of orange on it, your message is, oh, that's what all the tiger eye went. So we have here as well, yours a tiger eye, you're all about confidence, understanding you need to say idea, work on your solar plexus. It does feel like the reason why you're drawn to this yellow one was because you need to work on your solar plexus chakra and understanding you need to be more confident and more financially stable, whatever that may mean for you. If you pick this hot pink Easter egg, your message is, they want you to start manifesting again. And maybe you potentially were drawn to both the yellow and the pink. So you need to start manifesting again, maybe potentially money. There's also talked about love and green. So it could be that as well. And of course, if you've chosen the pink Easter egg bunny, your message is, oh, look, something just came out. We have here as well as a turtle. Things may feel like they're being slow right now, but don't worry, it's going to get better. Just because things are slow now doesn't mean it always will be slow. And of course, we have here, just because you're different doesn't mean you're wrong. And I do feel like for some of you guys, this may be for some of you guys who may be having doubts about whether or not you have your a disability, or maybe potentially it could just mean that you feel like things aren't coming as fast as possible. So take that out as you will. That is your message today in terms of the little Easter egg message. We have here as well. I'm just going to answer this quickly for Linda, and then I'm going to hop off. And you guys are interested, you could join me for the Birth of America reading, once we'll start in about 20 at 9 o'clock. So about in 10 minutes, we'll start in 10 minutes. So Linda, since prices of meat have turned many to vegetarian diet, I haven't eaten meat in over a year. Feel better spiritual connections. Your thought on this? Part of the reason for that is, and I'm actually going to talk about this. Now, I personally eat meat because I can't afford money. I barely have a job, and I make no money from YouTube. So I'm actually broke, quite frankly. But anyway, a part of the reason why you feel better is because when you eat food that is more wholesome and better for your diet, you're going to feel a lot better. You're gonna feel a lot better on the inside. You're gonna feel a lot better on the outside as well. So that is something that is um something that is expected when you eat healthy. It's normally about, like, I don't really want to go too much in depth with it because I want to kind of like not spoil it. But the best way I can describe it is that if you eat food color coded to your chakras, so like just say for example your third chakra, if you eat blueberries or anything that's blue, it's gonna help you with your third chakra balance. As long as it's not food dye or like dyed and it's just natural, those things are going to help your chakra. So if you eat healthy, I will say just eat the chocolate dye, just eat whatever color is the food. Don't just say, oh, well, someone made a red velvet cake, I could eat it because it's going to help my root chakra. No, it's a red velvet cake, it's dyed, you can't have it. Just eat like a strawberry or watermelon. So, of course, that's how I would normally do it, but I'll go more in depth in that in another video. So, anyway. Angel, you said you want me to check on your dog. I can't do that here because it doesn't really fit the topic of today's reading, but message me privately, and if you want, you can book a reading with me, or you can join my group too if you're interested. You can find it on my webpage. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.